I wasn't supposed to be there that day. The coordinates we had didn't match any known wreck site. At first, we thought it was just a navigation error. But out in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, nothing is ever just an error. The ocean was calm, too calm. No wind, no waves, just silence. There were 3 of us on that boat. Me, Mark, and Ethan. We'd done dozens of dives together before. Nothing had ever gone wrong. Until that morning. It started with the compass. It kept spinning, slowly, endlessly, like it couldn't decide where north was. Mark laughed it off. Magnetic interference, he said. Happens here sometimes. I nodded, but something about it didn't feel right. Still, we geared up, and we went down. At first, everything looked normal. Blue water, clear visibility, sunlight cutting through the surface above us. But the deeper we went, the quieter it got. No fish, no movement, no life, just empty water. That's when Ethan stopped. He pointed down, and that's when I saw it. A straight line, perfectly clean, cutting through the ocean floor. Not natural, not random. It looked designed. And that's when I realized we weren't alone down there. We moved closer, carefully. The sand shifted slightly as we approached, like something beneath it had been disturbed recently. Mark signaled for us to stay alert. Ethan kept filming. I don't think any of us were breathing normally at that point. Then the shape started to appear. Edges, sharp, artificial, and then the full outline revealed itself. A door, a massive metal door, standing upright in the middle of the ocean floor. No walls, no structure, just a door leading nowhere, or somewhere. I felt my chest tighten. This didn't make sense. Nothing about this made sense. Mark swam closer. He ran his glove across the surface. A thin layer of sand came off, revealing markings. Not scratches, not damage, symbols, carved into the metal. Old but untouched, like they had been waiting. I moved closer, and that's when I noticed something that made my stomach drop. There was no handle on our side, only a seam, which meant if this was a door, it wasn't meant to be opened from the outside. I don't know who heard it first. Maybe it was all of us, or maybe it was just me. But I felt it before I heard it. A vibration, soft, subtle, coming from the door. Then, knock. We froze. No one moved. No one even breathed. Then again, knock, knock. It wasn't random. It was controlled, deliberate. Something was on the other side. Mark shook his head immediately. No, he signaled. We're leaving. But Ethan didn't move. He kept the camera locked on the door, and I could see his hands shaking. The knocking came again, this time faster, more urgent, like whoever or whatever was inside knew we were there. I slowly reached out. I don't even know why. Instinct, maybe? Curiosity, or something worse. As my hand got closer, the knocking stopped. Completely. Silence again. And somehow, that was even worse. We should have left. We all knew that. But we didn't. Because at that moment, the sand around the base of the door began to move. Not from current, not from us, from inside. The seam in the middle shifted just slightly. Then a low, metallic sound, like something unlocking. Mark backed away instantly. He grabbed my arm. We needed to go, now. But I couldn't move, because the door was opening, slowly, just enough to reveal darkness. Not shadow, not low visibility, pure, empty darkness. And from inside, something moved. Not clearly, not fully, just a shape. And then the pressure hit. My ears rang, my vision blurred, our equipment started glitching, lights flickering, camera shaking, and then Ethan's signal cut out completely. He was right next to us, and then suddenly, he wasn't. Panic. Real panic. Mark grabbed me and pointed upward. We had to surface, now. We started ascending fast, too fast. I knew it was dangerous, but staying was worse, much worse. Halfway up, I looked down, and I wish I hadn't, because something was coming up with us. Not swimming, not moving like anything I've ever seen, just rising, like it didn't need water, like it didn't belong in it. I tried to focus, tried to breathe, but my mask started fogging, my ears were screaming, and the only thing I could think was, it opened the door, and now it's out. We broke the surface hard, gasping, shaping. I pulled myself onto the boat. Mark followed, but Ethan didn't. We waited. Seconds, then minutes. Nothing. Just the ocean. Calm again, like nothing had ever happened. We called for help. Search teams came. Divers went down. They found nothing. No door, no symbols, no trace, and no Ethan. It was like it had all been erased, like it never existed. But that's not the worst part. That night, back on shore, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw it. That darkness, that movement, that thing. And then I heard it again. Knock. Knock. Not in my head, not in a dream, from inside the room. Slow, deliberate, just like before. I turned toward the door, heart pounding, every instinct telling me not to move. But I did. Step by step, closer, closer. And then another knock from the other side. And that's when I realized we didn't find it. It found us.